here with Sunshine here, and her guardians expressed that she had some difficulties on leash, and so we're teaching her some loose leash walking with a martingale collar and a good flat leash that's about 6 feet long. Her guardians already had a leash, so we're going to be using theirs that they already have. What we're doing here is that when she tries to pull, first off, dogs don't have a shoulder socket right here. So this is the strongest part of their body. From here to here, they have a big muscle keeping their arm in place. So by having this around her body, the leash, we won't be doing any harm to her. We won't hurt her in any way. But what we can do is correct her using the strongest part of her body. So if she starts to pull, we're going to pull up and let go as fast. We're going to go up as fast as we go down. So that way we are not having any strain on the leash. We do not want the leash to be constantly taut. We want it to always be loose like this, okay? Then if she were to stop and trying to not walk with me, I will just hold onto my hand and have it almost go dead and just pull her along with me. So she learns how to balance and walk with me at my normal pace. It's also great for leadership because she has to look to you for direction and stay very synchronized with your body movement and your walking speed. So I'll just ask my cameraman to come on over. I'm going to show you how the martingale collar works with the leash, just so you remember. So here we go. So the martingale collar slips over her head. This is so the buckles can close, but it doesn't choke her if it were to get tight. The second ring, we have the leash attached to this buckle right here. We're going to have the leash go down around her belly, behind her legs. The reason why we want a nice flat leash is we don't want anything to dig into her rib cage. Something smaller would end up hurting her, but this nice flat leash won't. And then we take the handle and go up through this second ring, and then we have our martingale all set up with the leash. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to demonstrate walking down the street with her, and then I'll switch this off for the guardians practice. And just because my arm's a little shorter, I'm going to wrap this around once so she doesn't have too much slack to walk with. Okay, Sunshine. This is when she's kind of pulling against me because her guardian's farther away. So I just held my arm straight and I just keep walking until she picks back up the pace. Then she pulled that way, so I corrected her for that. It is warm, so we're keeping this exercise very short. And that's a quick correction, and eventually we'll have her walking next to us on a loose leash, like something like that, like this. Very nice and relaxed. She's in a much calmer place, and this is not the time for her to be smelling and sniffing. If she needs to go to the bathroom, I would suggest to the guardians to make sure she goes outside prior to going out for a walk, because at this point this is a structured walk. We don't want this to be a time when her nose is on the ground and she's smelling and sniffing. This is time for her to be working on a good leash manners and not investigating her whole environment. So this is how we're teaching Sunshine how to have good leash manners.